All right, we're here with Chromium again. Certainly one of my favorite commanders. I love Esper control, mainly Esper control, and rather other Esper list or strategies. But I like I'd like to play this again because last time I played it, some cards got banned. You know, you can't run Field of the Dead as your go-to win condition if Chromium isn't cutting it, right? Also, Key to the Archives, the Celestius. We have a couple new cards. Some sets came out since then. I'm running all of the lose all abilities cards because we're Esper, so we can run the white ones and the blue ones. Wash Away wasn't in there. The draft cards, obviously. We're not running a main deck approach, and I'm not really expecting this to grab approach and like win, right? That's not really the game plan. The game plan is just to either kill your opponent with Chromium or a bunch of planeswalkers ticking away. The last list had more counter spells. This one is a little bit less on that plan. Play more to the board. We're running Ignite the Beacon. I think we have enough planeswalkers. Also, Search for Glory. I'm not even sure I had this card at the time. I really like this card a lot. Solve the Equation is essentially another one of the tutors, because you have Mastermind's Acquisition, Grim Tutor. This can pretty much get everything those can, with a few exceptions, at least in this list, being the enchantments and the planeswalkers, most importantly. But typically, I'm going to find myself tutoring for sweepers anyways, I assume, but you never know. Running 40... You know, I am about lands. There's 38 lands, and then there's the 5 lands that like flip into lands or something like that. Whatever the flip cards, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 additional lands in that. So there's like 42 lands or something. So I'm actually kind of ahead where I usually am, and I still felt like I had a solid enough list, right? I wasn't trying to get greedy. We're playing the extra turn effects. Because we have so many planeswalkers, if I can actually do something with those extra turns, it's nice. Even Chromium hitting you twice, Time Warp dealing 7 damage it's all right. Yeah, let's see how we do. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let's play some Chromium Historic Brawl. Seems like a dope enough commander, right? At least the last time I played it. It was one of the cards I played before the set. No, before the format was like officialized or whatever. Recognized by Almighty Blizzard. Wizards. Blizzard, yeah. Recognized by Wizards. I play too much WoW, right? You're mixing up Wizard and Blizzard. Alright, we have a black source. Oh, I forgot to talk about Siphon Insight. I just like this card. I was running Xanathar in the deck, but I kind of want my 6-mana card to like do something more impactful. We like this hand. Feather's a difficult matchup. It depends how many specifically indestructible cards they have. I think there's like 2 you can run that like make Feather indestructible, and if they have them, we're kind of screwed. Slayer's Bounty is certainly good against legendary cards, right? Alright, we're probably going to play Mind Stone. Yeah, there's no reason to Siphon Insight right now. That seems a little ridiculous. I love how this is instant, too. Oh, Volkmar with the resub. 18 months. Thank you, thank you. You're about to sauce our opponent here. Alright, so we can play Slayer's Bounty with our single white source. And we see Smoldering Egg and Harmonic Prodigy. This is when an ability of a Shaman or another wizard. Okay, hold on. Alright, this is not either of those? This is very strange. This is very strange. This is not... Oh yeah, we're not running any discard either. We're not running discard. I hate top decking it, and it just frustrates me. Alright, I guess we're gonna do this. I don't know what this is doing in their deck, but I guess we'll find out the hard way. This could potentially deal with their commander. This does deal with their commander, so I guess I'll just do that, right? Because they're not going to keep it under this thing. They're just going to recast it. This is certainly a a matchup where the lose all abilities cards are very good. So let's hope they redirect this, because I'd rather not them have an answer to this Warden. Nice. Alright, so we got the tax here. They're very far away from doing this now, which is really nice. We have a decent hand. No Counterspell, but we're against a red-white deck. That's not, that's not really going to happen too often. Alright, so everything they're casting, they're not getting back. We're not really... I mean, we could use this to defend Teferi, so I guess I'll just do that. Yeah, that seems fine. Alright, so we're going to do this. We're going to plus, probably get rid of the Guild Gate. Yes, okay. I actually had to remake the deck completely, because you can't take out banned cards or cards that got changed like this one. Like, you just can't take it out of your deck, so you have to make the whole deck again. It's really annoying. Alright, so we have a blocker. If it dies, we have Teferi minus to defend himself. Target creature gains trample and blah blah blah, or blah. Alright, so there's probably a protection spell. I can try to deny them a card draw. I'm not too bent out of shape if this doesn't work. Yeah, I'm not too upset if this doesn't work. So protection from blue is whatever. Just attempt to deny the card draw, and if they give protection from blue, we can still block it. Okay. Sure. I guess that's good news. That means no protection, right? Because they wouldn't do this first. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. Alright, so they found a way to kill Teferi, exhausting quite a substantial amount of resources. I find that odd. But we'll take it. I guess we're going to do this. Probably pitch Time Warp or one of these extra turns. I guess Epiphany is a little bit worse. Oh, well, that's hilarious. I guess wait, they're going on 5. So we take Doomblade and we pitch Siphon Insight, probably. Arguably the worst card in my hand. And I'm going to leave up Doomblade? Yes. We're going to leave up Doomblade so they can't double combat trick. They play Feather, we go to Doomblade it, they have a combat trick, and then I recast Doomblade to kill it because they're tapped out. Kind of just twiddling my thumbs. I think I won't do anything about that. Or that. Okay, that's not what I expected at all. That is totally fine. They have no combat trick in hand, so it seems. I think we're gonna... There's no reason to foretell this, is there? Right, it's just 7 or 7. It's kind of weird. Very weird how they changed that card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can play this. 1, 2... No, I can't. I can't do that in Chromium. Are we Chromiuming this turn? I could just do this and see what's going on. I like that, actually. Alright, we'll take that, I guess. Not super relevant, but land is land, I guess. Sure, I think I'll take the time to just cycle this extra turn out of my hand. Seems fine. Untap my mana. We have Den of the Bugbear we can't use. This is good. We got our stuff going here. So now we have Chromium mana. If I just do this, so we can pass. Chromium is indestructible when he flips? No, just hexproof, so I don't want to cast a sweeper until I, kill their stuff. I'm still gonna... Ooh, maybe not now. They have 1 card. Don't know if I have to do... Well, now I just don't have to do that. Our opponent is probably respecting counterspells, which I suppose is the benefit of not running a ton of them, or just being like an Esper control deck with not a lot. Alright, we'll block, because we're going to obviously wipe the board. Make sure I don't name non-dragons. Don't mess that one up. And then I'll foretell this, which makes them less likely to go for Feather, but they're not doing anything else anyways. They're probably going to just cast Feather. Kind of have to. Oh, well, I mean, that's a redraw, technically. Alright, so we're going to Doomblade Feather. We don't care about this really at all. And now it's just a matter of closing the game out. Yep, no reason not to play this. Name blue? Sure. Take an extra turn. No, I prefer the extra turn to be in after I cast Chromium, so I can, like, sauce him for more damage. Because it looks like we're going to be winning with damage. Yep. We do have red mana for Den from the key, so we could actually fire this up, but I have to get the 3/4 out of the way, obviously. I'm just going to cast this instead of Gear Hulk. Yeah. Alright, well, we can look for the best card in our deck currently. We can even tutor for tutor that which gets a Planeswalker, right? Like, we can actually tutor for a tutor. Memory Deluge seems nice. Amassing card advantage in a spot like this, or locking my opponent under a counterspell. But, let's see. If I tutor for a tutor, I can cast Teferi, and Teferi is insane. So I might actually just get Ignite the Beacon. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana after I cast this. I can also flash it back with Gear Hulk, so I can get even more Planeswalker shenanigans. Can't cast one right now, though. I guess these two? Oh, I can cast one. They have a card in hand, though, so I can't, like, bounce something with this and kill it. But having Teferi in play means you usually win the game. Let's see. These are blue? Let's do black there. So I don't really want to swing with Chromium. Now that we have a different win condition sitting here. Any protection from blue... Oh, wait, no. Protection from blue gives protection from everything, right? For some reason, I thought this was, like, fine if it didn't swing. So I guess I should have swung. I'm still technically playing around, like, some sort of dual burn spell on the birds. But, I probably should have still just attacked there, honestly. Put them to 10. Yeah, I probably should have still attacked. Alright, kind of a wonky way to win, it feels. Just without counterspells or discard spells. But it worked. Opponent certainly respected counterspells for at least, like, 2 turns. So there's some advantage there. Obviously, we're running counterspells. We just didn't really have any of that game. Neheb. Oh, no. One of my favorite arts. I love his art. It's so good looking. It's just so cool. Mono red, though. So we basically just lose. We have a sweeper, sort of, and solve the equation. Don't really have the mana for it. Time Warp doesn't seem great. I guess we do have the mana. We have 4. I mean, D-Spark probably has no targets. Other than their actual commander, but, I mean, I have to cast a sweeper after they play it anyways. Okay, that was a decent draw, maybe? Probably not. Tailsin might not have a lot of targets. Alright, well, I mean, I suppose I'm not gonna leave up Tailsin this turn. Maybe I should. Just leave it up. Because I'm pretty much interested in casting it on anything that's targetable. Okay, so they didn't do it. Rip. I guess I can take a turn off of... Because we drew the Tailsin, I don't feel like I need to instantly solve the equation for a sweeper next turn. Right? What does this do? Return it to your hand, get 3 mana. Or technically 2 mana. I dropped my hair pick again. Alright, I don't think they want to... Is there a combo here? Getting your post-combat for each life. Okay, so kind of some big red deck. Not necessarily aggro. So I don't even really want to find a sweeper here. Doesn't feel like I do. At least not anymore. I don't think I'm going to leave up anything either. I'm just going to look for something now. Ignite the Beacon's decent. A removal spell's alright. I don't want to get a counterspell. I guess I can get Soul Shatter, Siphon. Oh, there's a lot of solid targets. I guess I'll get Wash Away so I have a counterspell up this very turn and just cycle this into something that is relevant. Because now they can't cast their commander. Yep, that's fine. So they kick this, counter on it. Beginning of your end step, doesn't put it in your hand. Okay. Oh, this is a 3-mana card. I can't despark it. That sucks. Alright, so we're gonna keep that right where it is. We're gonna play Cold Steel Heart on blue. Let's see, we have black, black, blue, 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 white, white. So we have a lot of blue. I guess I'll do black then. That's fine. Again, they're not casting their commander. I kind of wish I got a sweeper at this point, but I kind of assumed they were not a aggro deck after they played the Chandra. That's indestructible, so that's a problem. I have to, like, despark that eventually. Okay, so we play this as... we named black with this, so we guess we can do white. Don't really have a lot of either of the colors in my hand. I just do white. I can kill 2 creatures. I can play this and then Time Warp, just to do something in the same Time Warp spells. Ooh, well they didn't play a land last turn. I think we're still poised to just keep playing lands. I don't expect this to be really good. We already have a counterspell in hand. Yeah, we're just going to do that. This taps to fight another creature, so... Sure, always loot. Always loot. That's fine. My hand is... My hand, I can't afford to drop anything. Alright, they drew a land. So we want them to tap the Taunter. They don't. So what we're going to do is kill this. Alright, so then we do this, exile that, and we still have Wash Away up for, well, I guess technically just 1 card, so it's not really that strong. They have 4 mana? Yeah. No, 5 mana, gotcha. Leyline Tyrant. Alright, that's annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we pass. How do I deal with this? I don't know. I think that just kills us. We'll see. They have a 1-mana red spell too. We might be screwed here. I guess we should have solved the equation for a sweeper. Funny, the last card we have in hand is the one we, like... I mean, my opponent knows I have to do this, so... Oh, there's no way you can answer this. What? Scry 3, then reveal the top card equal to that card's... Alright, well they've tapped out completely, so I pretty much should counter this. Denying them a Scry 3 seems solid. Also, they tapped out of all their mana, so the Tyrant isn't going to be able to smash me for a lot of damage. That seemed like a weird line of... It's like a very strange sequence into 2 cards you know about. Very strange, I don't know. Are you going to do 1 damage to me? I guess so. You might as well, right? I don't think I'm going to respect... Wait, you have a land too? Okay, it was a tap land. Wow, that was a really good draw. We might just get Teferi here and start amassing card advantage, leaving Chromium on defense. Neither of these cards have haste, but I don't feel like we're going to 5, right? We might as well play around like some nonsensical dragon. I feel like Teferi's the right pick. It might not be. We might be in a spot where Jace scrying deeper is a more relevant thing. I think I agree with that. I think it's better to get Jace because I need to look for more specific cards, and we're just going to really look for him here. Untapping my lands is nice, but we don't have a ton of counterspells, right? Like, we don't want to draw that land here. Okay, we drew a land. Keep it in hand because Chromium likes to discard things, and obviously looting. Wow, that was an insane draw. Okay, alright, that's good. That's good. We can't cast it right now, unfortunately. Please don't have an active treason. Fine. Afflict is when I block it, right? Yeah. Alright, good. Good. Yeah. Alright, so now we're in a... Oh, yes. Oh, this is great, dude. Oh, wait, is that good? I mean, of course it is. What are we talking about? What are you talking about, dude? And then we put the counter here, and then we have a sweeper. I'm going to Teferi's Protection, probably. So I'm just going to sauce him for 8. Because Afflict deals damage to me if I block, and I, you know, don't want that to happen, so... I'm not going to upkeep it. I'm just going to... Okay, land. Alright. Okay. Yes, it worked. Alrighty. We're sleeping the board, and what's nice is they can't, like, do anything, right? Because they have to... Yep, you always loot. Always loot. Ooh, wow. No, we want this. Blow these up. Plus, still going to respect a haste threat. It's a 3-turn clock. Ooh, is gaining 1 life good? Probably not better than drawing an actual card that has, like, text. I'm going to go ahead and cycle this. Yeah, I think getting Jace was the right call here, honestly. We could play this, but I'd rather leave it for this. So next turn we have the Jace Ultimate, but that doesn't flat out win the game. Seeing a land is really good. I'm not going to counter their commander? Because I can beat the commander. No, I think I will counter the commander. Yeah. There's no way they kill us with 1 card in hand, so... And they might just scoop here. Yeah, I thought so. So, they can't really go for their commander anymore, because we have Jace Ultimate, which counters the first spell they play. Yeah, I think Jace was just better than Teferi in that spot, in, like, every way. Similar minus. It's actually a -2, not a -3, which is nice. Similar plus, except this one is stronger, given the amount of mana we already have, with nothing else to do with it, so the scry is pretty nice. And the ultimate makes it way harder for them to win, whereas Teferi's ultimate would just... It takes forever to, like, draw enough cards to start really exiling enough cards. We did have this that is essentially a loot every turn with the Teferi, but I feel way safer with the Jace Ultimate. Because that means when you're in the top deck mode, they basically have to either let their commander get countered with it, or counter the card they play and expect their thing to do something afterwards. Crazy game. Crazy game. I like how we played. Except the solve the equation getting washed away was sketchy, but it wound up paying off. But in hindsight, I probably should have gotten anything else. Probably. I don't know. Okay, Corvold. Not necessarily aggressive, a lot of value. Like a lot of ways to sacrifice their own commander, so it's not even that great to it's not even that great to, like, do we get rid of this? I think we do. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it's not even that great to, like, make this lose all abilities, Frogify, because they can just sacrifice it. Alright, I forgot to say hello. I'm not gonna negate a mana rock, I don't think. And I guess it's more likely they don't have one. Could have just did it anyways, playing this. Because I don't think I have a turn next turn anyways, so it might have made sense. Alright, I don't think I would have countered that. It's funny it makes my commander lose hexproof, but I doubt that's relevant. We already have double blue, so I might as well double white. Now we're in a pickle. We drew a good card, but that don't mean nothing unless we draw lands. Alright. Pickle is a little bit better now. We have a sweeper. Oh, wow. Okay. Magda. Is that like poor man's Ragavan? Because it gives you like a treasure token? I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, nice. Black or white? Black or white? We have white, white. Oh, yeah, no, it has to be black then, right? Yeah. We actually didn't even have double black. I really don't care about the treasure token. I'd rather just attempt to deal with their commander. Posturing a counterspell makes this kind of awkward because they might not ever go for their commander, right? Alright, I feel way less bad about things now because... Oh, don't have a village rights, dude. Okay, sure. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot they could do that. Completely forgot they could do that. Well, that's not good. Still gonna put this on their commander, though. You have a land, right? Please tell me you have a... You don't have a land? Oh my god. No, there's no way you don't cast Corvold there. How dare you. Alright. We'll take it. We're gonna probably Conquer's Death this. Or attempt to. We could do this instead, actually. No, this one costs more mana, though. Yeah. Exile their... This doesn't have a hexproof thing, does it? No, okay. God. This card's just destroying my soul, but looks like we got it. They did not have a village rights or anything. They didn't scry in their upkeep. Yeah. Corvold is... Yeah. Okay. Sure, there goes my Vandal. That was a answer to Reprobation, so it was a good thing I didn't cast that, huh? Do we care about this? It's just a 2/4 with lifelink, so I don't think so. Okay, if our opponent's going to play this never play my commander game, I think we're going to indulge them. Again, didn't scry on their upkeep, but now they're going to start drawing more cards than us. We might want Mazemind's Tome in here, actually. Alright, now they're going for it. Nothing can gain indestructible. They sacrificed their creature. Really? Why wouldn't you just sacrifice a... I'm confused. Alright, well, I mean, I'm doing this. And then we pass. I don't see a reason to double up on it. So now we're just hoping there's no Woe Strider. Or, like... Witch's Oven. Okay. Thank God we have Negate. Beginning of each upkeep, you get a thing. Sure. So do I have to deal with that with this? I'd rather not sweep the board when we have this under it, but that's just kind of the price you're going to be paying sometimes. Yeah, I might just have to sweep the board. Because I can't... And then they can just recast their commander. But, I mean, it is what it is. They're already drawing multiple cards a turn anyways. And dealing with this with a Reprobation doesn't feel like I'm getting anywhere. You know what? I'm just going to do it. We're all in. We're going to do this. And then I have... This way I can leave up Memory Lapse. Might wind up being important. We're only taking 2 a turn. For only having 5 lands, we're doing a pretty good job. That's hilarious, and we have to deal with that next turn. 5... Oh yeah, no, oof, it would have absolutely killed me. Oh yeah, that would have killed me. It looks like they're going to instantly draw it, which is a mistake because I'm an Esper deck, and if I had a discard spell, you'd feel really bad about this. There's no reason not to wait. So sweeping the board, I don't just die to the Craterhoof Behemoth, and I kind of have to sweep the board. I could get super greedy and look for a land off the top of our opponent's deck, but it's only 2 cards, and I'm not going to do that. We're going to destroy all creatures. Yeah. But now we don't have an answer to what's coming in any way. They also have a Memorial to Folly, right? So they can actually reanimate a card. I pretty much have to kill this now. That doesn't make any sense. They should absolutely sacrifice a treasure token, at least in my opinion. Seems kind of weird. Also doing, again, not respecting discard spells. Again, not really the right way to do this. Alright. I guess that means I can lead with this to find a spot removal spell. But it looks like we're just screwed. Whirlwind Rider, nice. What happens to the other card I don't pick? Bottom? Okay. No, we're going to take the Whirlwind Rider. And then we kill this so we don't just die. But our opponent has, at this point, it doesn't even matter what they are doing. They just have way more cards than us. Yeah. Because Craterhoof is lethal with kind of any other creature in play. That... They didn't tap... Wait, what? They didn't, like, tap all their mana before they did that. Weird. Yeah, I think our goose is cooked here. Even casting a sweeper doesn't really get me out of this. Yup. No, we're dead. I'll just see what's going on. You'll get some knowledge for game 2. What is this, Veil of Summer? What are you doing? What is it? What are they doing? I don't know what they're doing. Oh, okay, K command. Sure. Again, doing my opponent's just sequencing things in the most like ridiculous fashion. Cause wait, what's going on? It's just discard 1, right? Yeah, it's K command. Hey, we got Journey. All right, GG's. If I found like a discard spell off the top of their own deck and made them discard the things they K commanded, obviously that means I'm tapping out and not beating the board, but that's unfortunate. They just drew too many cards. Drew too many cards. One too many cards. Couldn't keep up. Let me get my hair pick off the ground. One too many. Like those sleeves, yeah. Sleeves are dope. I don't even know what they are. It's like that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it has anything magic related. It just looks cool. Okay, no black mana, but we're against Niv-Mizzet, so not much in the way of effective black cards in this format. I mean, in this matchup. We can't counter each other's commanders, right? So, I mean, mine's bigger, but theirs certainly does things. Okay, I'm just going to keep this, because at least Solve the Equation can find something solid, and Doomscar does kill Niv-Mizzet, so that's fine. I would really like to be on the play in this matchup. But I guess it's not the end of the world. We do have a Guardian Idol. Opponent reveals a card. Strange. Very strange. I feel... Well, that must mean they have something to do here. Otherwise, giving me information for no reason is weird. Is this Brazen Bower? Oh, a Braid. Alright. That's certainly something to do. I guess we're not upset, right? Like, we just do things still. I'm not going to posture a counterspell, really. I'm not doing that. Not enough upside. They just tempo a Brazen Bower? Okay. I don't think I would ever do that. I really don't think... I mean, if this kills me... I feel like the value of the bounce is way more important. Especially when you think I might have a ton of totally dead cards. Like removal. And you just gave me like something to do. Okay, they're not playing Niv-Mizzet next turn. So I'm fine with just finding a card here. Oh, whoops. Wait. Oh, it's just life gain off of snow. Gotcha. Yeah, I think we're fine just doing this. Do I have any uncounterable targets? I guess Slayer's Bounty is actually pretty decent in this spot. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. That's pretty decent here. I'm not upset if that gets countered, right? It's not the end of the world. The more things they cast, the less they have to just go off instantly with Niv-Mizzet. And I seriously doubt they're going to cast Niv-Mizzet on turn 6. Seems kind of reckless. It also feels weird to counter something like this. It's just like a strange card. Because it's like a cantrip. It also potentially gets me a decent card. It might just not do anything. It's like just annoying. That's why there's no counter spells in Hearthstone. Because when your opponent casts a spell and it has random effects, you're not sure if you should counter it or not. Goldspan Dragon. Alright, that's very unfortunate. It looks like we're going to lose our sweeper. Opponent's down to 2 mana, but... like for this turn cycle, but... I can still have something, right? Alright, so we're going to play... you. We're going to play you. Plays around Spell Pierce. Not a lot of things counter this when I have 2 mana up. And we can pass. Remember, I cannot Tails End this. I can Tails End a trigger, but that doesn't make any sense because it triggers itself. It'd just be kind of funny. Oh, they have extra mana now, though. Ah. They get to play Niv-Mizzet and also, like, have untapped mana. Alright, looks like they're not doing it, though. Because Dive down, and there's, like, 2 more that are just annoying for 1 mana. Not being able... If they untap with Niv-Mizzet, you kind of just lose. So... there's that. We're not running Brainstorm. I'm not super big on this card in this format. Not enough ways to shuffle the old deck there, in my opinion. Narset could be good, though. Maybe we want Narset. Alright, so hopefully we get some bonus points for not playing a bunch of counter spells, but being blue. This is good, but it's not instant. This needs it to be tapped, though. I mean, this would be good, but I mean, how many spells do they have in their hand that are just going to straight up kill this? One of these two, for sure. I don't expect them to ever actually swing with Niv-Mizzet, so I should technically run this one. Pick that one. I am going to solve the equation for... don't really know. But I'm not going to do that. Could get this to threaten on their end step at some point. Could just get this because we're not upset if it gets countered. Could get a removal spell. An actual counterspell. Soul Shatter is decent too. We have a lot of solid targets here. D-Spark, Swords. Yeah, we have like a lot. I think I'm going to take Siphon just to get greedy. I feel like in this instance I need value. And that is certainly a way to get it, so we're going to do that. I could find a counterspell. I could just find things. Because getting a card your opponent knows about is just not the strongest thing to do. And getting a counterspell when we can't counter their thing is not great. We already have 2 removal spells. If that's not good enough, we weren't going to win. Opponent's mousing over my land. I don't like it. So that just draws 2. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. Or it technically doesn't draw, it just puts them to your hand. So it'll like play around in our set that we don't have. It was also a counterspell. The more counterspells they have in hand, the arguably better it is for us, because again, they can't counter this, and that is cards that don't play super nice with just Niv-Mizzet tapping out Windmill Slamming. Alright, so they're gonna probably just stick to one, like, threat at a time. Makes sense. I don't care if they counter this, they probably won't. Unless it, like, exiles, like, Syncopate or something. Okay. Sure. What? Lava Coil, yeah. Good thing we didn't take Bounty Agent. That's hilarious. This is also hilarious. I can't believe they're playing this. But we certainly want this. That's the whole spice. So we basically solved the equation to get a counterspell, and our opponent actually does not know about it. And now we're at Chromium mana, so things start getting crazy. Our opponent has enough mana to like do 3 things after they cast Niv-Mizzet though. So I don't know what we're gonna do. We're probably just losing. They are aware that we are a black deck, though, so maybe they respect too many removal. Nope. They don't. Alright, remember, I can't counter this. I'm gonna Siphon Insight in response, so they don't draw a card off of it. But this is looking bad. They have 4 mana. I really wish I had a counterspell. Oh, we already have lands. I'll take that. Okay, so we just let this resolve. Could have played Chromium, but we can always do that later. Alright, so here we are just attempting to deal with Niv-Mizzet, and if we can't, we lose. This is a sorcery, so I'm going to start with one that doesn't draw them a card, because that would be kind of annoying. Hopefully it's just one counterspell. But if my opponent's taking more than 2 seconds, it is obviously more than one counterspell. Oh, never mind. That is something we can deal with, so that's fine. That is fine. I'm not going to fight over this, because I have another answer. Yep. Alright, so we didn't really make much ground. Still not in a good spot at all. This is basically free to cast. Probably still just lose to Niv-Mizzet because I just can't answer it. I guess we could just be dead. It's not impossible. Do I just Tails in that? Seems kind of loose. They can cast anything they find immediately, though, because they have a treasure token. I guess they can't cast, like, Putrefy or something, but I don't see them taking that. That would be kind of weird. I guess we just don't want to see Time Warp, because then we do just lose. Oh, look, another removal spell. Oh, come on. Well, I guess I should stifle key triggers. That's so stupid. What a dumb way to lose. But it is what it is. I don't think we were going to win that. We'd need way too much time to do things. Our opponent surprisingly took a long time to make what I would deem very obvious decisions. But sometimes they're thinking about cards I'm not. It's certainly a singleton format. Oh, there's over 100 cards to consider that are somewhat unique to each other. So I don't necessarily blame them. But I certainly wouldn't respect anything given the nature of how things have been playing out. Okay, Sir Gwyn. So is that Knights? It is sort of Knights. It's just Mardu. We don't have a sweeper. Nah. Okay, this is fine. Might shave some of the top end. It feels like we're getting a little too greedy. Do we want this? Yeah. Ornithopter is blowing my mind right now. I don't know what that means. I guess it triggers raid if they're playing some pirates, but that, I mean, okay. Alright, so we name blue or white? We name blue. Yeah. They can sacrifice it for... Oh, I guess they can put equipment on it too. So this is an equipment deck, so kind of a Voltron all-in sort of strategy here. Kind of weird, but I like it. Yep. Just play this tapped and pass. Right? Or do we... No, we play this tapped and pass, right? Yeah. Funny enough, they have an artifact creature in play, so this won't kill it. Still no red mana, but I'm sure that'll change sooner rather than later. I guess they have red right here, too. It'd be funny, they're just not playing red. Alright, you. And then... Scriptures has no bearing on anything. Does this do anything crazy? When it dies, it goes back to your hand. Okay, so not really. Not really. And as long as they don't have red mana, we feel pretty good about minusing Jace on a single creature. And I really don't care if Ornithopter comes back after I sweep the board. That seems kind of fine. Please use your treasure tokens to cast something. Awesome. Alright, so that's fine. Equipment has equip Knight 0. Okay, so they can put their equipment on their commander, but that doesn't really... I mean, that's fine, right? Yeah, that's fine. So do we sweep the board? We might just play this. And then Gwyn and whatever the preceding line they have makes that tough. And then we can play this as blue. Yeah. So they can't really play anything right now. Okay, well. Yep. Okay. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Opponent's some like Mardu equipment deck, but they're running Ulamog. Can I beat this? That's so ridiculous. Okay, that. I don't think I can beat this anymore. I don't think so. Okay, well they found a temple on top and then immediately something else. Okay, that's fine. We're not totally screwed. Flying haste. Okay. I can sweep the board and they don't have haste. We can stabilize. Seems a little loose though. Whoa. Should he have done that pre-combat? I feel like this would have made sense pre-combat. Opponent also just put themselves dead if I had some form of life loss. Looks like they're moving their equipment around. Oh, Bolus's Citadel. Right. It just kills me. Gotcha. Alright. Kind of insane. The sequence and play that our opponent had that game is absolutely insane. There's really no beating that in any way. I don't know a single thing I could have done differently. Bolus's Citadel into Ulamog into perfect amount of cards to kill me exactly. Okay. Oh right, we want Mazemind's Tome in here. I think yeah, we want some like early, some form of early like card draw or something. It's nice to not super rely on card draw because we're like drawing super impactful spells. We just have to get to the mana to do them. Maybe we want more mana rocks. But certainly going to shave some of this top end, I think. So Gear Hulk is kind of a win more, it feels. Same with Commence the Endgame. I only had that in there for like the control mirrors, but honestly, Chromium is the control mirror breaker. You don't really need your deck to also do that. Also, the extra turns are a little bit suspect because we're never finding ourselves in a spot where we have Planeswalkers in play, untapping with them. Usually when you do that, you're already winning. See, I just have a problem with the extra turn effects. I really do. It seems like you need to do something with them. If you're not doing anything, especially in a control deck with them, it's not really that great. So I guess we can drop those two. Make my deck cheaper. So we want Tome. I almost want the other Tome, the Pyramid that I'm always big on. Tome of the Infinite is interesting. Let's see. Swords is fine. Ponder. Maybe that's fine. We could also run some discard spells if we feel like that's getting us somewhere. But you know what? We'll try this. This card upsets me to no end, so I suppose I can upset someone else to no end with it randomly. And then maybe 2 more counter spells, 2 more removal spells. Some form of card draw that I'm not thinking of. That would be early, like Chart of Course. Curse of Silence is decent. Esper Sentinel is also decent. I do like those cards. Almost want like another land, maybe? Felt like we're getting a little screwed on mana sometimes, which is crazy because we have a lot of lands in here, like a lot. It's just the sequence of plays has not been working out in our favor, I think it is. I think I want some card draw. Maybe some instant speed card draw. No. Either removal or counter spells, I think. Yeah, I just don't know what. Somebody across the street just started screaming and then peeled out. So I don't know if anyone heard that. Probably not. Hopefully not. That was really loud. I also don't know my neighbors. Settle the Wreckage. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Do we need another sweeper, though? I think I'm more on, like... I think I want a spot removal spell. Dark Ritual is alright. Thoughtseize. Oh, man. Alright, we'll do... Oh, God. Thoughtseize, maybe? Yeah, alright, we'll do Thoughtseize. It's an early play. It seems nice. Heartless Act. Just some sort of spot removal. Is Murderous Rider in here? It is. We just haven't seen it yet, I don't think. That's kind of funny. I think I've once seen it. Just any spot removal feels fine. Sign in Blood, maybe? 2-minute draw 2 is decent. Alright, we'll do Sign in Blood. That's fine. We're a little off of the Counterspell plan. Maybe we should be more on that. But we'll play some games, see how it feels. The last list obviously had way more Counterspells than this. We're more... Yeah, we're just a little bit less on the Counterspells. We're more like... mid-rangey, I guess. Mono black, huh? Interesting. It's mono black, but it's like the not crazy Liliana. It's the weird reanimate one. The plus makes you a zombie, and you mill, and then you reanimate, and then you have a sweeper that doesn't do anything against us. Kind of a weird one. Makes me think they're literally a zombie deck. So I guess this hand is insane. Yeah, alright. Again, we're not on the play. Ripsies. We can't frogify their commander, but there's a fair amount of targets for that. Yeah, let's do this. So now we have a sweeper they can't, like, discard. Yep, so it is zombies. That was a correct assessment. Do I have anything to do on 3? Not really. Just play this tapped and pass. Don't really want to frogify something that is just simply going to die. Ooh, I didn't expect that. Ooh, okay. I have an answer to it. I guess this also just gets the frogify out of my hand, which was probably not great in this instance. Opponent discards a 6-mana 4/4 zombie, which they can immediately reanimate. I kind of have to deal with both of these. So, what does this do? Enters the battlefield or dies. Okay, it actually doesn't. Wait. X is the number. Why is this a mythic? This seems really bad. Like, for a mythic. Maybe I'm tripping. Shoot, this is really annoying. Alright, I mean, I have to do this, so... Yep, I might as well start here. Definitely want to land, yeah. Not an answer to this, but it's not really doing anything crazy right now. So I guess we're glad to just see them snap it off. We have the board checked when it starts to become a problem. And the ultimate is very weak, right? It's not doing anything. And the -3 can potentially do something eventually, which is not right now. We can tutor for a tutor for Elspeth Conquers Death. And by that point, they could just recast it though, right? Liliana. I can immediately despark. Ooh. Yeah. Alright. Found the line. Sorcery speed, but that's fine. Playing to sorcery speed is nice. Like, when it's... like, you're not doing nothing, it feels nice. I'm also not too upset with this commander, honestly. Maybe I shouldn't even have tried to kill it. Opponent has Field of Ruin, makes sense for a monocolored deck. Play a land and pass? Opponent has nothing going on, so I guess I'll just sweep the board. They did not play a creature. They have 6 mana, so this seems fine, right? Okay, well, that's annoying. Yep. Oh, it just gets, what, like 1 zombie? Oh, it gets 2. Okay, fine. Memory Deluge. Alright, well, we need a land, so we're going to snap that off. Oh my god, look, all these lands. Temple and I guess an untapped source. Probably gonna have to... Hey, we know our opponent is running this card, so we're gonna keep around. Those 2 zombies die when they swing, and then they just have a 3/4, which I might just Swords to Plowshares, keep the board empty, especially if they just simply cast their commander. I think I'm fine just taking 3 additional damage. I really don't see us dying out of nowhere, so... Man, those animations are really long. Good thing they didn't have like 20 zombies. Alright, so we do this. Opponent did not cast their commander, so I guess leaving up Tail's End was good. But again, this isn't really doing anything crazy. And we actually get a Liliana that is stronger. Yeah, I'm going to do the sorcery speed nuclear bomb, not this. I'm sure they have some answers, but not like a metric boatload. Oh, looks like they have one. What do you know? Kind of makes sense, because they're not doing other things, right? They're not playing creatures, so kind of makes sense. Okay, no solid minus here. I guess there's this, but that's not like it's not really doing anything, yeah. Opponent pitches Thoughtseize. Alright, so now we can kill their commander with our commander, and I suppose we will do that. So we'll just offer the trade because sweepers and stuff. Yep, kind of works out in our favor, I think. We have one card in like each zone: graveyard, foretell, command, hand. Oh, I guess we don't have exile. Well, nothing like castable. Oh wait, no, this is exiled, right? Yes. So we have one in like each zone. Opponent is fully aware that Chromium is coming down right now. A little sketch when you don't have a ton of cards in hand, but that seems fine. Yep, I don't have an issue with that, but I'm not sweating it. Alright, so we just do this. Hopefully, if they do have a removal spell, they mess up when they actually use it. Okay, it doesn't look like it. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can recast Chromium. But then I have to recast Chromium, so no. Hey! Alright, so we're gonna do this on their commander. I think. Yeah. Funny enough, they could have actually just ultimated it to kill Chromium, but it doesn't actually work that way, because I could just recast it when they went for it. Right? Because this has flash. They kill it, and then I'm like, lol. Alright, so it is exposed right now, but that's probably fine. The more removal spells they have, I think the better it is for us, because that means they're not doing anything else. Looks like a recast on the commander. No, it's just another removal spell. Of course. Take action. So this makes me think they're running every single removal spell possible. Chromium is going to be really tedious to like pull it off, but we keep ripping some good cards. So we're going to keep playing some good cards. I guess just a land is fine. Right? Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to Doomscar this board so Liliana stays healthy, I think. The ultimate is not really where I'm winning the game. It does protect her from like certain nonsensical cards our opponent may have. So I feel fine doing. Well, a Lord is 1, 2. It's only 5. All right, we'll just let this. We're not gonna do anything. A Lord counter here from this and 4. Yeah, it's fine. There's only like what, one Lord, and it's this one. And if they just reanimate it, I'm not upset, right? They recast this. They get Baron. They have 6 in play. They kill Liliana, but then we sweep the board. Okay, our opponent has the most ridiculous removal spells of all time. What was their opening hand? I feel like they just have way, way too much removal. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, what are we doing with all this removal? Alright. Can I cast this? I can. I suppose I should, just to find a land. If that winds up being the only thing I can get. So we'll do that. Holy crap, that is not good. This and this. Alright, well, we know what's on the bottom of our deck. So I'll do this, that. They can minus their thing to not instantly kill me, right? Deals combat damage. Okay, it's still annoying, but it doesn't just kill me. But this kills me next turn, because it'll be a 2-2 when it goes to attack, and if they make another creature of any kind, I'm in trouble. They do exactly what I thought they would. I guess all the absolutely ridiculous removal that our opponent had wound up being good. It's like all removal exactly when they need it, and exactly enough creatures to kill me. I can seal away? Does this have to deal damage? It does. Okay, so I can seal away. No, I can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This costs 9. I can't. I think we're just dead. Never mind. No, wait. We're still dead. If I had one more life, I could live. Let's see. You're 7, so I can't cast... Yeah. Wow, that is so unfortunate. Whatever. One last look at something, I guess. Nope. Wow, that's unbelievable. They just... Like, they had... like 4 or 5 cards that are like I've never seen in my life, and they happen to be insane, right? Like going for Chromium just wasn't good, I guess, because they had a bunch of removal, but they were running the Elder Spell too. Like I don't know. I don't know. More power to them though. Looks like a cool deck. I still think they're running probably the weakest of the Lilianas though. Even if you're a zombie deck, I don't know if that's the zombie. Like, you're still just happier to see any of the other Lilianas. Like, I don't know. That's weird. It is sad. We, like, just barely lost, too. Like, we couldn't turn the corner by just a handful of life. Because that's certainly where, we'd be happy to turn the corner right there. Okay, so what is this? Okay. Kind of a weird hand for this matchup. I don't think I like it. No, I don't think I like this. Okay, we like this more. Still a little sketch. We have a way to deal with the graveyard, though. So we can maybe keep their commander small. Oh, sweet. We're on the play. Nice. Until I'm really after something, I don't see a reason to simply scry with Mazemind's Tome. I think I'll just not do that. You have Spell Pierce? Are you serious? Oh my god. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just going to sign in blood. Alright. That kind of paid off, I guess. We want black or blue? Probably blue. So now, hopefully they just cast their commander, and then we can deal with the... Wait, can we? We can. Alright, they don't. I'm certainly going to Grim Tutor. For, I don't know, actually. Well, you didn't counter... Yeah, I don't think you're countering this. You didn't counter the last card I've cast. So, Memory Deluge for value. I could try to shut their commander off completely. Kind of hard, but not impossible. I think I'm just going to get Wash Away again, right? Like, could get Thoughtseize too. Yeah, you know what? Let's just get Thoughtseize. That seems fine. And then play a tap land. Yeah, that's fine. I like that. I can Thoughtseize in the same turn when I go to, like, you know, do something crazy. I can Conquer's Death their commander. They have a card that's castable. I think we're gonna just not get cute here and just go for this, because that 1 mana could be a problem. Probably is. Probably is. Well, it's certainly a castable card. Am I tripping? Oh, just a cycle here. That's what's going on. I'm like, how are they leaving mid? How are they holding priority? Alright, all of these are not a big deal. Okay, how does our commander work with this? Whenever you discard 1 or more, draw that many. So this draws a ton of cards. So I guess I should take that. Yep. The one time I cast a discard spell, my opponent literally draws a card off of it. Isn't that crazy? Do we have double black in play? We do, so I can play this one first, and then this. They have Brazenbower for this, but making them do that is fine. That's fine. Yep, the first time, an hour and 11 minutes in, my first discard spell, and my opponent draws a card because of it. I think it's like the only commander that would do that too. Yep. They didn't even hesitate. Alright, well, I can't respect a counterspell. I can see an argument that I played that sequence a little loose, but here we are, right? I mean, I'm not doing this. Oh, come on. Oh my god. Alright, well, it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. We can still win this game. This isn't really killing us super fast. We can Phyrexian Scriptures, which means they can't Brazenbower. And we also have Tail's End for the attempt to recast this. And we have the Graveyard about to get exiled. So we have a lot of good things coming for us here. They didn't have a counter for Scriptures, so I'm curious if they have a counter for Teferi. And it's not like I can respect one. I can't really respect a counterspell, so I'm just going to cast it. You know, it is what it is. They didn't have one last turn. Alright, this is pretty decent. Brazenbower puts us to 4. Oh, if that was a land, I'd be really happy, but it's not. Alright, so we untap some lands. Pass. I can kill this if I choose to as well, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to try to counter their commander, maybe? I guess it depends if they're going to... how they're swinging with Brazenbower, honestly. Alright, I'll take 3. That seems fine. I don't see lethal in hand. I will certainly attempt the Tails in this. I'm just going to snap this off here. I need to kind of use my mana efficiently. Alright, so we got the graveyard taken care of. We can Chromium now, which is decent. I'm not going to minus on the... am I going to minus here? That seems kind of crazy. I suppose I should see if this works first. Right? That makes sense. Because then if it doesn't, I can minus. If it does, I can plus. Looks like they're just going to loot the Fire Prophecy, which I'm not upset about. That is fine. Probably put away this mountain. But we'll recognize they still have Beacon Bolt. But it is a sorcery, and it's not really doing anything because I don't have any cards in their graveyard. Alright, so plus... I cannot play this if I want to leave this up, so... no Guardian Idol for us. Oh, wait. Yes, I could have, right? Because of the Teferi on tap? Am I dumb? Oh my god, I'm dumb. That's a problem. But that's a problem for future Beasley. Because we're putting it on top of the opponent's deck. Oh, Bread with the resub. Didn't see it. Thank you. I suppose you did make it in time, yeah. We're still here. And we're still drawing good cards. Nice. Alright, so we'll play this. We'll play this. We'll pass. We have 7 for this, but I'm probably going to have to counter their commander. Or, well, literally this. So this is the turning point, if our opponent scoops or not. Looks like they don't. So they have something else going on. I guess they're going to scoop when I go for the actual ultimate. Because then they just really can't win. I'll foretell. I'll play this. And we do want to play all our lands, so we'll play that. And then untap some lands. That hurts Teferi, but it doesn't kill it. That is kind of annoying, but not immediately annoying. Alright. So this is a good spot to be in. This is pretty much the best spot possible to be in. Teferi with Chromium in play. And then Kiora Best of Sea God. And a sweeper. Oh yeah, this is great. I guess the second sweeper wasn't super relevant. This is a dragon, so it is funny that this like actually has play with that. That is funny. Yeah. Too much value. We're drawing 2 cards a turn. Not much they can do. I don't know. 1 for each instant and sorcery in your graveyard. So they're running cards like this. So that means they're not upset when they lose their commander. That got sketchy for the second there. The Disdainful Stroke was really the depressing swing there, but we pulled through. That's nice. I feel like I'm interested in more counter spells. I think I might be. Maybe we're too close to trying to be what like Madroltha is doing, right? But we don't want to do that. Because then you just play Madroltha instead. At least in terms of like, you know, 1 for 1ing and this sort of like black-green value Jund style. Yeah. Maybe Ignite the Beacon's a little too much mana. But it is a good card, though. I'm actually not running Disdainful Stroke. I feel like it's consistently weak. Disdainful Stroke. Right? It doesn't deal with 1, 2s, or 3s, which is the majority of people's decks. It doesn't, like, counter a lot of commanders. I mean, some of them it does, but some it doesn't. And at that point, you'd kind of wish it was just like a regular cancel and can counter anything, right? It being 1 or 2 or 3 mana isn't super relevant. I think we're going to go up some counter spells. Do we want Vraska's Contempt as well? All the creature planeswalker removal. We have Mastery, we have Eat to Extinction, we have Murderous Rider. I guess Soul Shatter as well. We don't have Vraska's Contempt. I don't know if the life gain is worth anything. It is an exile effect, but that also isn't super relevant. Scriptures has felt very good, though. Maybe Dovin's Veto isn't great, right? Like, we already have Negate. If we're losing to non-creature permanents, I think we need to rethink the whole deck as is, right? So that's not really... And also, we have a lot of spot removal and sweepers, which don't play super nice with each other. Same with these lose the ability effect. Like, maybe we can drop some of these, right? We can drop this one and this one, because this might be enough. You don't want a ton of them, and if you're against a commander where they're sweeping the board a lot, where you need to sweep the board a lot, you feel bad about casting this, right? Because then it just goes away. And if it's an all-in kind of commander where they have a creature and the creature is huge for the strategy, like Brawl, Keenan, Scythus, then obviously putting this on it is pretty nice. Emery, right? So we can do that and add some counterspells. I want more counterspells. I just want more counterspells. I think I'm just going to go for hard counters like absorb energy or something, right? I almost want to run cancel just to like tilt people that I'm running cancel. But I'm sure dissipate and stuff is just strictly better, which is unfortunate. I ran cancel in Commander once. I can't remember why. I think it was just because it was either that or something like dissipate, and I'm like, cancel's a cooler card, so I'm just gonna run cancel. Gets the job done. People get upset when their card gets canceled. Yeah, I think we're gonna drop Dovin's Veto for another hard counter. Lookout's Dispersal might be good. Not Lookout's Dispersal. The blue one, whatever. The one I keep forgetting the name of. Costs less when they cast a blue spell. I've also been pretty big on the soft counters lately, especially when you have an early commander that you're trying to defend. We don't, but still pretty solid. Admiral's Orders does kind of work with Chromium. Sort of. Supreme Will. Yeah, we like Supreme Will. We like Supreme Will. I might even drop one of these spot removal spells, actually. Maybe Eat to Extinction. Maybe Soul Shatter. Sacrifice. The fact that I can't choose how this goes doesn't feel great. Alright, we're going to drop Eat to Extinction for one more counterspell. Exclude is alright. There's plenty of creatures. There's almost no deck ever that doesn't have a creature, so it's nice to have that. That's probably fine, right? I don't like super specific counterspells like that too much, like Negate and stuff. Negate might not even be that great, but we'll keep Negate in for now. I don't like countering mana rocks, and if you're against a creature-based deck and it really doesn't have any targets, it doesn't feel great. Okay, we're against a guy called Momir. I'm sure he likes Momir Basic. I can't say that I do. We have counterspells for days and commander. So this feels a lot more Esper-esque than the last couple hands here. All right, we'll lead with this. We have their commander taken care of for a while. Oh, Search. Oh, that sucks. We have Search in this deck. I just don't think we've ever seen it. Kind of funny. We want blue? Yeah. This doesn't feel like we need double white for all our sweepers kind of matchup. Really? X damage equals don't control. Okay, that's different. If we don't draw lands, we're in trouble. Really wish we had Search. That sucks. They were on the play with Search. This got astronomically more difficult. If we don't continue to draw lands, we pretty much lose. Yeah, I think missing a single land drop is enough to just completely close the game out, but we'll see. I won't scoop yet. It's not impossible to come back. Just extraordinarily unlikely. Oh, opponent knows what we drew for the turn. I wonder if the Disallow is good, because I don't think I have that card. Mystic Sanctuary. Okay, so it's, yeah, I was about to say it'd be weird to put a card on top that you just didn't want earlier. It'd be kind of weird. Certainly have a boatload of counterspells, so really the only thing we're interested in trying to do is cast Chromium. because we don't really have any other thing to do. We can do blue here, you know. It would be nice to try to like tap them out and do something after the fact, but that's kind of hard. I think we just fell behind though. Missing a land drop is devastating. And they have... Oh, they scryed 2 to the top. Ugh. Wait, they scryed 2 to the top and they milled 1. I wonder if that's ever a thing I would do. I don't think so. Alright, we're back to having to discard. I might as well discard something that probably will never resolve. Like, Kiora Best the Sea God. They're getting closer and closer to flipping this. Funny they... I guess it's not funny. What else are they doing? Alright, so I don't even know what these are. It could be just... I mean, there's only 3, right? Epiphany, the extra turn card. The Counterspell, and then the Draw 2, Scry 2. I think they're the only ones that they could have here. I don't know what else they could have, unless it's like a red one, but... Okay. Oh, a braid, of course. Silly me for playing my cards. Yep. Top again. They've scryed to the top a lot. I think they've only scryed 1 card to the bottom. Opponent's seen way more cards than us. This is just bad. This is bad. Yep, there it is. I guess I can wash away because it wasn't cast from hand, but looks like they have another counterspell. Looks like they're not going for it, though. That's interesting. So this has to be a counterspell. The fact that it didn't go for it... No, let's not get crazy. Let's just cast this and pass. I'm going to say cast something else, but I think they have a counterspell, and they were just respecting me. If they get into a counter war on their own turn and have no backup, and then I, like, windmill slam a solid threat, they might feel really bad about it. Alright, so they have the counterspells. Let's see if they go all in. They didn't last time, and we're not upset about this exchange. Yep. So it was actually the 3 foretell cards we were thinking of. This seems fine, though, because we can Ashiok minus it, right? They don't have a man land. I guess it's just fine to do that. Just get it off the board. It's not the end of the world, right? And the 2/3s probably just die to everything our opponent does, so I'm not going to even try to do that. We also still sort of have a counterspell up. Not like the best one, but it's still something. Blink of an eye, that's funny. Alright, we're going to cast this. Okay, so they really want Ral in play. That's fine. It dies to our commander. It also, I guess, dies to Baleful Mastery. Alright, certainly gonna just do this. Not gonna let him draw. And then I can Supreme Will Ralzarek? No, I can't. It's too much mana. Yeah. Oh well. 7. That was way too much mana. Wow, they just don't do it. That's crazy. Alright. Respecting a counterspell, probably. Well, this is good, but I'm pretty much all in on casting Chromium. But I guess this is technically better than a land anyway, so... Yeah, I think we have to cast Chromium. What can this get? 1, 2, 3, 4... Another removal spell, another counter spell. No, we're just going to cast Chromium. We're just going to cast Chromium. What are we doing here? Yep. So our opponent has two ways to... Or 3. They actually have 3 lands that deal with the top of their deck. That's really funny. So Brainstorm is actually pretty solid for him. Expansion Explosion. Alright, well I don't expect them to just slam that for a bunch. Okay. Sure. Drawing a boatload of cards. They pitch an Essence Scatter. Alright, this is not looking good, but I'm all in on doing this. I can't not do this at this point. No, opponent, what are you doing? Return target creature to his owner's hand. Wait a minute. What? Okay. That's fine. Sure. Well, I guess this is good. Certainly better than Chromium, in my opinion. Actually, I don't feel like I want to just pass the turn doing nothing, so I'm going to go look for something. Oh, we took out Dovin's Veto, didn't we? Our opponent could copy this. I think that's fine, though, right? Like, yeah, that means they're not expansion explosioning for 15, which is probably better than just doing this, in my opinion. Maybe not. I don't know. We definitely took out Dovin's Veto, right? So we don't have access to that to, like, stone cold deal with something. Opponent might respect it, which is reasonable, but we don't have it. Guess I'm just getting Counterspell, right? I could get Thoughtseize. Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess so. We just sort of exchange... Yeah, that's fine, right? Yeah. I'll just get Thoughtseize. Exchange whatever our opponent probably tutored for that is a must-answer threat. Oh, I guess they could have a Counterspell. Yeah. Narset's Reversal. This is the second time I've seen this card. I really just have no respect for it. It's a really cool card, and it's so fun when it works, but I never, ever get it to do anything at all, ever. So it just, I'm not big on it. Okay, so they got their stuff in play. These blue-red decks seem to just draw way more than we do. Like, they just have us on every angle. It's just kind of crazy. Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah, Swords deals with the massive elemental creature they can potentially make. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we're just going to lose. I mean, these... like, we're losing to cards or decks that are going over us. And these decks just don't do anything to most things that are, like, slightly more aggressive than we are. Not, like, in terms of, like, pressuring life total, just, like, playing to the board. Opponent just... you're just way less good against the majority of things you bump into. But when it works, you just obviously trample your opponent in value. It's just hard to do that. It's like extremely difficult to do that. Huh. Where do I put this? I guess I put it in the command zone because I don't want to... I dropped my hair pick again, dude. Oh my god. I don't want to draw this later, right? Alright, well, I mean, that's a card that sort of does something. If they're threat light, I guess this is fine. Yep. I think we're just dead, though. Well, I'm going to just cast this. Yeah, our opponent's just playing the most, like, ridiculous cards here, and it's just working. Like, there's so many situational counter spells, and there's an extra turn. Whoop-de-doo. Proliferate, draw a card? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. More power to them. It looks cool. I've never seen anything like that before. But, again, it just feels like the vast majority of things you bump into, you just can't do what they're doing. You'll just die. You'll just die so fast. Oh, my shoulder. My shoulder just cracked. But, chin up, keep going. I've only won 3 games. The games are long, though, right? There's a lot of decision making. And I do enjoy playing this, win or lose. Okay, so this is the weird Kaya. Like the really weird Kaya. I've never seen it. We're on the play, 2 lands and counterspells. Jail, keys, sweeper. One or more created like twice many creatures usual outside. Okay, I guess we'll keep this. Seems fine. Nope. Okay. Guess I'll lead with this one, because I don't have to make a color choice, right? Fortunately, we can Tails in their commander. If we were on the... whatchamacallit, we couldn't. Blue? Yeah. If we were on the draw, I don't think we could have been able to stop this with Tails in. That is if they go for it. Felidar Retreat. Well, I can't counter that, and that's very annoying. Probably should have... yeah, I probably should have cycled this, honestly. Probably should have cycled that, but we didn't. So now we're in a bit of a bind here. They basically have Field of the Dead until I deal with this, right? And I really can't deal with that. So this is just bad. Dawn of Hope? Oh my god. Alright, well I think I have to counter that. Dawn of Hope in Felidar Retreat. Holy crap, that's kind of cool. Alright, well we certainly need mana, but I would like to just incur infinite value with this, so we're going to do that. What do we get? We got Swords to Plowshares. Okay, so this is certainly a black-white token deck. Tokens into the battlefield is 4/4s. Great. I mean, we can kind of keep the board empty while, like, sort of not dying to their commander. I don't know, we'll see. I feel like we're not totally out of this. Should probably just cast this. Alright, Demonic Tutor is really good. Probably better than Tail's End at this point, right? I don't want to get rid of anything else. Could get rid of Swords of Plowshares, but no, we're gonna do this. So what do you do now that I have to like read you? You're coming in. Death Touch, counter on one creature twice, so it just doubles your tokens, but unless your tokens have haste, it doesn't matter. This has permanent devotion, I think, actually. Yeah. I mean, for the cards our opponent had, they had, like, insane ones. I mean, we can Swords to Plowshares this, though. This isn't totally bad, right? We actually have swords for this. We actually have swords. So we swords this. We sweep the board. And then we tutor for another sweeper, maybe? So we can start playing our planeswalkers safely. Right? There might be a way out of this. We could... No, we're not getting Wash Away. Let's not be stupid. Yeah, I think I'm going to get a board wipe. I guess I'll get the cheapest one. And then I'll conjure a card. Because, yeah. Come on, something good. Again. Something really good. Hey! It's like it knows, dude. It's like it knows. This card is so stupid. I hate this card. I mean, it's not like the best target, right? Swords, Plowshares would still be nice, but it is what it is. Okay, they're hitting us for 2. That's fine. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't have the mana to Planeswalker Sweeper, unfortunately. Yeah. I guess I'm leading with Ponder. We're kind of still in a bit of a bind. But we're going to Ponder, because Ponder is a satisfying card to cast. Those are all really good, actually. We keep them like this. We cast Scriptures right now. Yeah, that's pretty nice. And then we play a land. No, wait. Yes. Wait. Oh, God. I hate thinking. We need a land. So we're going to do that. Shuffle? No. I've never cast Ponder in Magic Arena. Bear with me. We cast this. We do this. Something good. Come on. Sauce me. Sauce me. No giant growth. Oh, it's giant growth, dude. No. It's fine. It's fine. We got two really good cards, though. We have Negate up still. That's hilarious and fine. Oh my god, I can't kill that. No, it's an artifact. No! It doesn't die to the stupid scriptures. I guess that's not super relevant, but, oh well. The -6 exile all cards, then spirit for each card with flying exiled this way, which is technically none. Okay, so we kill the 6/6. We play a land. This pluses gets a counter. Wait a minute. They have not put... They haven't put any counters on this, which would have been a problem, but they didn't do it, so we actually have a little bit more of a safe bet just doing this. I kind of have to get rid of Grim Tutor now, because I don't have like the life to ever activate it. There's really no reason to bounce this. Yeah, we just don't have the mana for that, right? Not activate it, cast it. Oh, that's just ironic. Alright, look for something here. Could have cast a Tutor instead, but this seems fine. Leave up Negate. I'm not in like immediate danger of dying, really, unless they have a haste threat, which I don't think they can in black-white. Dark Ritual. Is it getting better next turn? I can Dark Ritual for like a... I have 1 mana left over? That doesn't seem very good. Nah. And I fall off of Negate, so... Dark Ritual isn't bad, though, because next turn it lets me do multiple things. Whenever I cast an instant sorcery, I gain life, so I can gain life off of this, Dark Ritual, and do some weird stuff. I don't know. Opponent's holding priority. Oh, they're back. So they can hit us for 3, or Jace, but they'll definitely just hit us for 3. It doesn't make sense to kill my Planeswalker when you can literally kill me, right? We have the same life total. And the ultimate isn't anywhere close. Oh, they can put me to 2, not 3. They put me to... Oh, they can put me to 1. Put me to 1. Okay. Why are they not... Oh, it's only tokens that get the counters. Dude, I gotta read better. Okay, so they put me to 2. 1 or 2 isn't really that different. Now I kind of have to bounce this. And can we gain enough life to avoid... We can technically minus Teferi on this, because that was a good draw. We can bounce this, minus this. They have no threat. Alternatively, I can Professor Onyx. No, because I have to actually deal with this. I think our opponent keeps forgetting they have priority held up because of this Guardian Idol, so they keep like going away. Oh, they're back. So yeah, we're going to do this. I mean, it gives me time to think, I guess, but I don't think I need all that time. Minus here, so we don't die to it. It's also a terrible draw for them later. And then I bounce the Ornithopter, so I don't die to that either. And I suppose at this point I will do this again. Alright, something spicy. Swords. No! Alright, that's fine. They gain us life. They gain us life when we cast this. Yep. Yep. Those don't have haste. Okay. Please don't have haste out of nowhere. Oh, bone shards? No. Oh, wait. Lol. The gate actually did something. There we go. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. They made a misplay. Because a sweeper now. They don't have a 4/4 on my end step. They just did it sorcery speed for no reason. That's backbreaking. Alright, so it's our game to lose. So let's make sure we don't do that. We do this, and then we gain a bunch of random life. Let's just do some math here. So we do this just to gain some life. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. We have 6 mana. So I can get these out of hand. Yep. Yep. There we go. And then we can do this. And then I plus. We have the Esper trifecta in play. And I guess yeah, we're fine. Just plus. Ooh. Well, alright. Alright, so we have all our bases covered completely. Completely and utterly. It's almost impossible for them to get out of this. I'm not going to siphon because I don't want them to not draw this. It is actually really annoying, right? Like, it's hard for me to interact with this card, so maybe I should just get rid of it. Because it is just tedious to deal with. Yeah, maybe I should. It could wind up killing me if I just have no answer to it for like 10 turns in a row. And I get to use my mana. We don't have a land, so I'll take this. It's not like I need it, right? I just... Hey, we got the cool Windows Vista lands. I love these lands. I was thinking about crafting them or getting them, but the snow ones are just... You kind of have to run snow, unfortunately. So as long as we have a way to continuously deal with their repeating token, we're not too upset. Opponent wisely does not create the token off of their Arden Veil. Think we're gonna... You know, all things considered, they're not in a terrible spot. Lead with this. Because they can make a 4/4 every turn with the castle. It could be a while till I have a solid lock on that. If this could fly or something. I mean, I can steal it eventually, right? Ah, oh, rip. We had a good run, though. The first two cards were insane. I can't complain. Well, I mean, I can always complain, but... Alright, so do I have to deal with this? And if I do, how do I deal with the next one? Chromium? Alright, fine. Which one are we doing it with? I think Jace's ultimate is a little bit weaker in this... Actually, no, that's not true. This one's typically very weak. So, yeah, we'll just go for this. Jace's ultimate's not very strong when they're just playing lands and... They're making uncounterable tokens, right? So I can't really do anything about that. We have a land to play already, so we'll just put that to the bottom. Oh, hey. Alright, so we're going to minus here. And we have Chromium to deal with the next one. Teferi's going to untap some lands. So, can I cast anything? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have to untap 2 lands in order to do this, so I'll do this now. Guess it's a bit of an order lull, because now I may have found something very good off this that I might have wanted done instead, but we didn't. Do it in that order. Hey, these are decent. This is good, right? Yeah, that can get me out of a pinch. An instant speed removal spell seems pretty solid in this spot, so we're not too upset about that. Also, I may have miscounted my mana, actually. Yeah, I think I miscounted my mana, right? I forgot this task for 2. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's not like we're doing anything crazy. Also, they're at the point where they can't really swing at me anymore. We've turned the ties on that. We're drawing so many cards, like 4 cards a turn. It's just a matter of dealing with these end-step flashing, uncounterable 4/4s for the rest of the game. Oh boy, this might be crazy. Hopefully our opponent does not realize that this was going to happen, because it doesn't seem like they did. Unless they drew something right now. We'll see. I'm going to block. Alright, looks like they didn't realize I could do this. Take action? Yes. It dies because of the Death Touch or whatever, that's fine. I don't think Chromium's how we win the game. Okay, dude, alright. That's pretty good. Yep. Rampant growth for... Rampant growth, giant growth for life, stealing. Fumigate offsets the Bastion of Remembrance, so that's pretty nice. They also don't have an end step. Yeah, we're gonna... I mean, this is happening. We have to do this, so let's do that. We gain life, and then we lose it. And then we plus. I don't really care about Kaya. It's not doing anything. That was a really nice draw, because now I have a counterspell for a top deck issue. Ooh, all of these are really good, actually. This one might just be the best. No, that's the greediest. We don't really need this, right? We're drawing too many cards. I guess we'll just do that. A tutor seems... You're never upset about that, right? Plus... Nope, don't need lands. Yeah, this is a weird game, because... It's just weird. A weird game. But eventually our opponent will submit to the insane value. Yep. They actually have enough to deal with my 8/8, because they can make another 4/4. Ooh, they didn't minus Kaya, though, so they didn't make a second one. But I suppose this makes just as much sense, right? We do this. We're starting to find removal spells as well, so we're not, like, super scared to suffer the consequences of a 4/4 we can't deal with for a turn. Hey! Just cast it right now to upset my opponent. 1 in 10. Ugh, 1 in 10. We've got Sword, Ponder, and Dark Ritual, and then 3 Giant Growth. Actually, you know what? Fog is pretty decent as well. Fog is decent. I'm not interested in minusing Teferi on either of these permanents, because at this point we can just amass too much card advantage for them to realistically deal with. And climbing to ultimates is better than not climbing to ultimates. I gotta really appreciate the opponent sticking in it, though. Gotta give it to him. I think I would have scooped a metric eon ago. I can even just tutor for another Planeswalker. Do I even have another one? I do, but is it any good? Oh, or I can just, you know, draw it. It doesn't make flyers. The flyers is the annoying part, but I mean, I just want all of this in play. My opponent's going to let me just do this. I am going to do it. This feels great. How often you get to... I finally got the Super Friends itch scratched. Do I swing? They can't make a second 4/4, so yeah. And if I kill Kaya, it forces them to... Nope, they're not even going to do it. I'm going to say if they want Kaya to stay alive, they have to lose the 4/4. We don't have infinite hand size, so we gotta discard the maximum. Woe was us. Yep. Yep. And then get rid of you. Oh god. You. And you. Fine. I've never played this. Never played this yet. It's weird because the art's like stiff. It doesn't move around like the other ones. Which Planeswalker do they go for? They go for the one that instantly ultimates. I want to not kill this for the game to continue, but I'm going to just do this. Yeah, opponent realizes once we get one of the ultimates. So honestly, it seemed like they were really playing until it was like dead set that they were going to lose. And for some reason, they deemed this ultimate the thing that would... Like, I could have just let them hit me, and then they still lose, right? I'm drawing 4 cards a turn, and I'm actually stealing a permanent next turn. I could steal this, or I could steal this to prevent the 4/4s forever, right? I could also do that. I probably would just steal... Felidar? No, probably this, honestly, just because... It is not any permanent, right? Yeah, so I can steal lands. I'd probably take this. Because as long as they're making tokens on their own turn, I don't really care. And, yeah, I guess that attack makes sense, right? That's the one I would attack there. I mean, I would have scooped 20 minutes ago, but... I like my opponent's deck. It felt pretty sketch at the beginning, but we certainly turned it around. I think that's a good game to call it, though, right at the 2 hour mark. Won 4 games in 2 hours. Ooh. Not the best showing, but honestly, the games are long, so I have to go back and see how many games we actually played. The wins felt really good, and the losses felt pretty close, or some of them. I think when I threw in some more counterspells, like way later, it got better. But you could say it just got better because I took out some of the top end, which is kind of a more realistic thing to do. What I usually say is if you do copy my lists, right, or download them or whatever, certainly watch the beginning and the end of the video to see what I changed, why I changed it, maybe, if I discuss that. And don't be surprised when you copy the list and it's not the same thing you watched in the first half of the video, because if you don't watch the whole thing, you're like, well, he wasn't running that card. It's like, well, at the end, he changed the crap out of it, right? Saw what did and didn't work. I did all the thinking at that part. You didn't have to sit through it all, I suppose. So what did we not like, with that being said? Maybe Exclude is too adorable. Maybe it is. Maybe this could just be a different kind of counterspell, like a cancel, counter everything, a catch-all counter. Feel like we don't really need this to draw a card, right? It doesn't seem super crucial. And I gotta admit, I do love the 1 blue counters. I just find them satisfying to cast. And I love how like every set just adds a new one. Right? We have so many 3-mana like blue 1 counter spells. You could probably make a singleton commander deck that is 99 cards of this. Oh, we wouldn't have any mana, but I want another counter spell that's not that one. Wizard class isn't terrible with Chromium, but I think we could do way better. I'm not opposed to Censor, honestly. At least you can get rid of it when it inevitably winds up being poop. I've had good success with Whirlwind Denial. Sometimes it gets 2 things. Sometimes, right? I think it's fine. It's a soft counter, but 4 mana is usually enough to consider it a hard counter most of the time. If the game is long enough for your opponent's willing to pay for this, you're probably not in a good spot anyways, right? What else was like not great? Ashiok was a little suspect. Every time I play Ashiok, I'm like excited just because of his -3. So maybe he should just be an instant speed, cheaper version of that -3. Brazen Bower, some sort of blink. Because the plus isn't great. Like the creatures don't really ever work because they're the only creatures in the deck for the most part, other than like the 6-mana Liliana's plus. They are spamming tokens, but if your opponent can just keep dealing with them, you're not really getting anywhere with all the otherwise totally dead removal. I guess that argument goes with Chromium. Chromium does turn all of their dead removal into a good spell because you have a target in play. Now you can keep giving it hexproof, but you go down cards to do that. Essentially turning your other cards into counter spells for their removal spells, and you kind of want to gain the advantage of having dead cards that your opponent has in hand, being those removal spells, by just not having to worry about them. Playing Chromium makes you have to worry about them, which is kind of annoying. Kind of annoying. We saw that plenty of times there. Even the mono black deck, where they had like 25 really not good removal spells. It's just enough to, overwhelm you, because then you have to continuously counter them by discarding cards to his ability, which is not where you want to be, which is why he's like really good in the sideboard of, well, I mean, probably not in any format, but he's more of a sideboard techie win condition than he is like a main deck win condition. But 7/7 flash is nice. Niv-Mizzet might just do something similar but a little bit better. You're not even worried about if he dies because you're drawing cards as that happens. You don't really do that with this guy. He also loses all abilities. So if you have like some curiosity effect on him, I don't even know if it works. You like hit him with the 1/1 and I don't even know if you get the card draw because he loses all abilities. You probably still do because I think it's tied to the actual card. Curiosity. But anyways, we're not running that card. We don't care about that. Celestia's felt nice. The key felt nice. I think we got Demonic Tutor every time. I think. At least the ones I can remember. Which is definitely a card you'd love to actually run. I suppose we should be thankful we can't run that. Because that is a very, very strong card. Felt a little light on card draw. But I suppose it was fine because pound for pound our spells are quite strong. And we are running a ton of tutors. Right? To find like specific cards. And if we keep the board clear, we're not upset with not drawing a bunch of cards. We are running Memory Deluge. But no, I think I really do like everything in here. I'm glad we dropped some of the Frogifies. I think 2 was fine. 4 was probably too much. Probably. Slayer's Bounty always felt good. This is a very good card. I'm liking this one a lot. I love how it draws, like it nets you a card too, because you don't have to discard like you do with the key. You actually draw an additional card, so I really like this card. It's really good. If this card could be played in Madrotha, I'd be so happy. You could just like recur this 1-mana artifact that puts itself to the graveyard and draws a card and finds a card, but Madrotha's not white. Swords is great. Wash Away is great. Thoughtseize is... There's times where we actually tutored for a discard spell, so maybe just having a 1-of is nice. Yeah, the White Divination. Yeah, you're right. White Divination. Except one of the cards in every single deck ever has to be one of these 15, right? It's not like 2 cards out of your deck. One of them always is one of these 15. But you're running it because you think one of these is good, right? Or at least... I'd say you'd want at least 2/3 of them to be good. So you're always getting a good card. Technically. I mean, you could still get astronomically unlucky, but they have enough overlap where you're usually getting something that's like solid, right? What else do we talk about? Oddly enough, I don't know how I feel about this. The flip land spell cards, whatever they're called. The booty cards. They're monocolored. We're never ever really going to undo inversion, like ever. So this is probably better off just being an untapped source, like a plains. And there's some times where we do cast this as a removal spell, but it doesn't tap for 2 colors. I don't know, kind of sketch. Seagate is just untapped. It's just way better, right? Honestly, we could do the angel card instead of this one and kind of remove my woes of the card, right? It's a mythic. So I like doing that. Wait, do I not own it? Yes, I do. It's like the same thing, except the land can potentially be untapped. The 4/4s are... I mean, it's not a sweeper, but we're not going to undo inversion on 8 mana. If that was our way to get back in the game, we're not in a good spot. Anyways. So I don't really like it. Maybe Negate can just be another hard counter of a different kind. I like that. Tails End is always has a target, so I like that. Tails End and Wash Away typically always do something. I really liked Siphon Insight. Maybe Agent of Treachery could come in here, but maybe we're getting a little too Xanathar-y. So we'll add another counter. Nope, I had Mythic up. Whoops. I gotta take the Mythic filter off there. If I had Disallow, I probably would run it. I don't think I have that card. It's on my to craft list for sure, though. Oh, that's 4. Devious Cover-Up always feels good to cast, but it costs 4. Rather it be a 3-mana counterspell. Sabotage. I like that. Counterspells are just good. Feels good to cast them. Feels good when they work. You gotta make sure you don't like lose to things that come into play turns like 1, 2, and 3 before you leave up a bunch of counterspells, but that's not too difficult to do. But yeah, I like this list. Let me know what you would change. Let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.